A few years ago, Xiaomi was known for making smartphones. Today, it's making one of the fastest production cars in the world. And that's exactly why the entire automotive industry is paying attention. Because if a company that never built a car before can suddenly challenge brands with over a century of experience, what does that say about the future of performance cars? This is the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra, and it's far more important than most people realize. For decades, high-performance cars belonged to a handful of legendary manufacturers: BMW, Mercedes-AMG, Porsche, Ferrari. These companies spent generations perfecting engines, chassis, and racing technology. Then Xiaomi entered the market. Not with a cheap city car, not with a slow electric commuter. They went straight after the best. The SU7 Ultra produces over 1,500 horsepower, launches from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in under 2 seconds, and reaches speeds most people will never experience. Those are numbers that were almost unimaginable just a few years ago, but impressive specifications alone don't change an industry. The real story is how Xiaomi managed to build this car so quickly. Traditional manufacturers move carefully. A new platform can take 5 to 7 years. Every decision passes through countless departments. Everything changes slowly. Technology companies work differently. They iterate faster. They build around software. They update features over the air. And they treat the car like another connected device. That speed may become their biggest advantage. The biggest surprise isn't that Xiaomi built a fast EV. It's that people actually want one. Early demand exploded. The internet filled with videos. Reviews appeared everywhere. Even people who had never considered buying a Chinese car suddenly became curious. That alone is a massive shift. For years, Chinese cars were associated with low prices. Now they're competing through technology, performance, and innovation. That changes the conversation completely. Of course, none of this means German manufacturers are finished. Far from it. Brands like BMW, Porsche, and Mercedes still have decades of engineering knowledge. They know how to build cars that feel special, not just cars that post impressive acceleration times. Driving isn't only about horsepower. It's about steering feel, balance, confidence, character. These are things that take years to master. And Xiaomi still has a lot to prove. Reliability over hundreds of thousands of kilometers, long-term build quality, global service networks, resale value. These questions can't be answered by a launch event. Only time can answer them. But here's what makes the SU7 Ultra so important. It sends a message. The biggest threat to traditional automakers is no longer another car company. It's technology companies entering the automotive world with enormous budgets, software expertise, and the ability to move incredibly fast. The rules are changing, the competition is changing, and customers are changing too. Many younger buyers care just as much about software, connectivity, and technology as they do about engine heritage. That would have sounded ridiculous 10 years ago. Today, it's reality. So is the Xiaomi SU7 Ultra the greatest performance car ever built? No, not yet. But it may become one of the most important. Not because it destroys every German sports sedan. Not because it's the fastest around every racetrack, but because it proves something nobody expected. Building world-class performance cars is no longer reserved for companies that have been doing it for 100 years. And if that doesn't make the entire automotive industry nervous, nothing will. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe for more videos where we separate automotive hype from engineering reality.